Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine Reality Recap Edition with Miss Natalie. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, how are you, Lisa?
Hungover.
Uh-oh. Too
You
much fun
know,
last night.
I feel stupid saying that because I'm not really hungover. I had 2 drinks. Like, what am I talking about? I just I feel I don't drink that much anymore. Even though I go out,
Right.
like, I don't know. Every time I drink now, it's like, whoa.
It's the tolerance isn't there, so
I don't know if it's a tolerance or the frequency's not there, so it's too
mm-hmm.
much in between. And then I'm like, whoa. I mean, I'm not really. I feel good now. I mean, at 6:30 when I woke up, I was like, oh. And then now I'm okay because I've had my
Yeah.
coffee. I went outside, but yeah, we
Right.
we went to. So first of all, so Brianna is here. She landed yesterday morning, and I work from home, so I picked her up from the airport, whatever. I finished working and we went to see, every time she comes down, we go to the movies. That's her thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to watch this movie that you and Jesse need to see. It's called Send Help with Rachel McAdams.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
When I tell you, we were blown away in shock. We weren't expecting what happened in that movie was not only insane, but hysterical. I mean, 5 out of 5. Rachel McAdams needs an Oscar. It was so good.
Wow. I'll definitely check it
Hilarious.
out.
It's like graphic, crazy violence, but also hilarious.
Okay.
So basically, Rachel is like this dork that works at this company, and the boss is the boss dies, and his son takes over, and he's a douche, and he
Mm-hmm.
treats her like crap, and they have to go on a business trip, and the plane crashes, and it gets wild.
Okay. That sounds interesting.
So fun. Oh my God. Anyways, how's your stuff going on?
Life's good, busy with the kids. I got 5 hours of sleep, uninterrupted sleep last night for the first time since having the
Amazing.
baby. So I'm hoping we're on a track of, having that consistently. But I don't know. We'll see because he's a little bit all over the place, but I'm just happy I got some uninterrupted sleep last night.
Awesome.
hmm
So we're going to talk reality today. I just finished the episode of this week's Valley, so I think we'll start with that. But before that, condolences, sad passing news of Mary Cosby's son. It's just
Yes.
awful.
So sad.
I don't know why I thought she had more than one kid, but she only had one.
Right. Yep. Only him. That's terrible. I feel so bad for Mary, and it's not natural for, anyone to lose a child. And I think it's just so awful. So awful for her and her family.
I think that it was an overdose, they were saying,
Okay.
and they paused the filming of Salt Lake City.
Okay. So they're filming right now, and this is happening in the middle of it. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's really sad. But yeah, brighter news. Bronwyn has a new hot model boyfriend. She met him through Chris Siriano. He used to be on Project Runway, or he still is on Project Runway, and that's her
Uh-huh.
bestie. And he introduced them, it seems. And I don't know. I don't see that lasting long, but it's fun for her.
Yeah. A little boy toy situation going on there. I don't think any of those
Yeah,
things really last, but good for her. I mean, she needs
I
a
did.
distraction right now.
I did think I saw a clip that she said that Todd was asking her to fix things.
Right.
I don't know.
So I guess she's the one that left Todd, according to
Seems like
her.
it. It
Right.
seems like it. Yeah. I don't know.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I was under the impression, I mean, maybe it was more like a mutual or more on Todd, that he was the one that was asking her, for separation or being fed up with whatever. But according to her, that's not what's going on.
No,
So,
because everything it works for him. She's always been the
right.
submissive little
hmm
kid, and it works for him. This is now not working for her because she got a little in her head now, being on TV, and she's getting all the support, and now she feels empowered. That's what's
hmm
going on. Yeah.
Right. And we see this play out with a lot of housewives too, right? I mean, it's like they come into the show, and there's always problems in marriages, but a lot of times there's a lot of problems with these marriages, and then it just all comes to the surface and kind of,
Yeah.
goes from there, and it's usually not good.
Okay, and one more thing. This is old news since we haven't talked in a month, but Jill got fired from the new Golden Life reboot, and I think that was a huge mistake. I'm not
Hmm.
going to get into the politics of it all,
Right.
but I just feel, did she say something stupid? I don't think she said anything wrong other than there was no white people in the thing. She said something tone deaf. But
Yeah.
it is her opinion, and she's not going to not think it just because we shut her up. And I don't think we're hiring these people as a moral code. I think we're hiring them to watch them just as they are, the train wreck that they are.
Hmm.
So I think it was a big mistake. And she's devastated. She probably hasn't gotten out of bed since.
I know. I feel bad for Jill. I wish she would have never posted what she
Mhm.
said. Not really because of what she said, but just because everything is so political now, and you can't always speak your mind or say something that you want to say. But she probably should have had a little bit more. Um, she should have been a little bit more apprehensive about doing that while she was going to be starting a new show. Do that
Yeah,
after the show, or do it when
exactly.
when you don't have a new show coming on. But yeah, I think it's not really fair, but I guess they
I
can do
mean,
whatever
they've
they
had
want.
so many housewives say so many ridiculous things,
Hmm.
and that they're gonna tank her for that, even though it is the E channel. But you know what,
Hmm.
E channel, that's why you're tanking, and you're not even on, you're not on the map anymore because of this crap.
It's so funny you mentioned that, because I was looking through, because we have cable through our HOA. Otherwise, I wouldn't pay for it because it's really expensive. But I was like, I used to watch E all the time, and I never watch it anymore. There's just nothing
Hmm.
on E anymore. So exactly, I agree. I mean,
I know. I'm
they.
like, E who? What's E? I forgot about E. So funny. Anyways, all right. So Valley, I just finished this week's episode. I think it was the last. I think it was the final episode of the season because
Okay.
they showed them, kind of a synopsis at the end of everyone. But
Hmm.
you remember when we first started watching this, I was like, Sky's my favorite.
Yeah.
Bad call.
Right.
She's not my favorite anymore, but justice for Sky in this last episode. The way, I don't know if you saw it. Did you see this week?
I saw. Are we talking about the party that Tannen had for her
Yes.
skincare? Yeah, I saw that
That was
one.
the last episode, and the way Reza like yelled over everyone, and the way Gigi acted, she's
Hmm.
kind of vindicated because they are trash people for acting that way. So they kind of vindicated her, I feel,
Yeah.
you know?
I think I think what was bothering them though is she just didn't want to talk about it or address it. It was like she threw the fit and she said what she said at that dinner. And then it was just never, like, even Reza was trying to talk to her about it, and she just doesn't want to acknowledge it or ever say, I'm sorry, or I'm wrong,
Yeah.
or I shouldn't have said that, or I'm sorry for for making you feel that way, whatever it is. And so I think that's what.
But in her defense, yes, she doesn't want to engage and
Mhm.
she's being, an elitist. But at the same time, her explanation is always, they don't know how to act. I don't need to engage with people that way. And then they proved it by acting that way.
True.
So
And
I think
Gigi,
I
you
see
just
both
give her a
sides.
reason. I mean, literally, you just look
She's
at her the
so,
wrong way, and it's going down. You're gonna get yelled at. You're gonna get wine thrown
Gigi
on you.
is really TT because she's a ticking time bomb.
Exactly. TT. Yep.
She's so annoying. But yeah, I used to love Sky. I don't love her anymore, but I do feel that I kind of see that part of it. Because if they acting like that is so embarrassing for your soul. Like you guys are too old. But also, as much as we love Reza, he is a shit stirrer. He's always stirring shit up
Mm-hmm.
on purpose. So let's, he is a little,
OG Reza, or
yes.
the yeah.
OG.
Yeah, he is. He is, but that's why. I mean, he knows how to do these shows. He knows what he's doing. He's like, I gotta stir the pot a little bit, or else nothing's
But
gonna
he
be
is the
talked
kind
about.
of friend that you're like, you want to tell him everything because he's so fun and everything. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, you do have to put a guard up and have boundaries because he will cross the line
Yeah.
into
Kind of
stuff
like what
like that.
MJ did recently, which I thought was a good
Exactly.
call. It was a good
Hmm.
call. But in his defense, I know how this goes, where it's like, I'm going to bitch about my husband or about my boyfriend or about whatever. And then if you have anything to say about it or any opinion, I'm going to be defensive. And that's where I think, if she doesn't want him to have an opinion about her husband, I'm trying to think of his name, Tommy, then, don't bitch about him. Don't tell him any of the marital problems right now if you don't want him involved.
But I think he takes it too far because he doesn't just have an opinion at the moment. He like continues to bring it up, and he's like a
Yeah.
dog with a bone with it.
Yeah, but he also has a really good point as he's seeing the deterioration of the relationship, and obviously they filed. So something's way off there.
It's
But
an
you're right.
impossible situation because what happened several years ago with the whole law stuff, I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can't expect Tommy to ever want to share a room with Reza.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he had to
Mm-hmm.
go to not rehab, he had to go to community service and he
Yeah.
went through hell with that shit. So it is weird.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I don't think Reza and MJ will ever 100% be what they were. But I am glad to see them in a better place and like spending a little bit of time together. And who really knows what it's like off the show. But yeah, I think whatever happened back then is definitely affecting them now, still to this day. And that maybe that's I think that's one of the reasons why they probably just are not, doing well in the marriage. And it sounds like they're separated now. So
I know, it's so
it's sad.
sad. That
Hmm.
last episode was sad when they showed the little kids and then oh five, yeah, it's just sad.
Yeah. And it's sad to hear about Tommy and his upbringing. I have a little bit softer spot for him because I was like, okay, he just was one of those kids that grew up in probably one of those households where they were screaming all the time and yelling and his parents weren't involved. And it sounded like he was raised by other people in the family. And it's sad. It's really sad.
But even the therapist is looking at him like, can you just shut up and listen for a second?
Oh my God, didn't you love the therapist? Because she was like, I do think you have anger problems. And I was like,
She's like,
damn.
why don't, and he's like talking, talking, talking. She's like, this is how she feels. She wanted to smack him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Totally wanted to smack him.
I liked her. I was like, you guys need to keep going to this lady.
Yeah, it's wild. But then also, so the other Reza, he's not a shitster. He's actually a peacemaker. He's the fuckboy is a fuckboy shaman.
Yeah, there you go. I like that. The fuckboy shaman.
He's always looking to bring peace to everybody.
I like him. He's a
Um,
little weird, but I like him. He
I like
brings
him as
something different to the show.
he's a cute little dog. Like, you want to pet him?
Yeah, exactly.
And then this thing with Gigi and that guy.
That is
We're in
so
business and
weird.
he's gonna pay my rent. And I'm like, what's happening?
What is going on there? What is going on? I mean, to be dependent on somebody like that, that's not even technically your boyfriend, your husband. I guess it was her husband at one point. I mean,
For two days.
yeah, it sounds like they are business partners with benefits. That's what it sounds like to
Yes.
me.
Toxic as hell
And
though. They probably fight
yeah,
each other in private.
but I also think that's what works for Gigi because she's somebody that's not going to be the housewife, taking care of the kids and doing that kind of stuff. Like she's just not that to be in a traditional relationship. She is not that person.
Do you
So
think Gigi and F Boy Reza will get together?
I don't know. I think, she would definitely fuck him, but I don't think that they're ever going to be anything like that. No,
You
I
remember when
think
she said he's an appetizer?
exactly. Like that's what it is. Like if anything, like she's like a fuck boy. You know what I mean? Like
She's like,
she,
what did she say? What did she say? So weird what she said. She's like, I'm an animal or I'm a man eater. And he's just
yeah,
like an appetizer.
she is a man eater for sure. Like she's more like a guy in that sense. Like she just doesn't, to me, she likes to eat those men
I,
up and she doesn't care.
I feel like people that talk like that are more talk than anything. I don't know. I'm curious to see if she's actually that sexual or whatever because I feel like she talks too much shit.
True. You never know. You never really know. I think she is. I just think she doesn't like she the way she is, she's so spoiled and she's so used to doing things on her own terms her whole life. And I just don't think traditionally she'll ever, fit into that box of a relationship. I think it's always, and that's why she had a kid with a donor. That
Yeah.
worked for her. I just don't ever see her really being that traditional
Yeah.
mom and wife and, whatever. So
Well,
she's
what man is going to put up with her spending 20 grand on weed every month?
exactly. I mean, that to me was,
And
she
if
was
that's
that
not
was a
an ad,
stretch.
if that's not an advertisement that weed does not calm you and it's actually higher your blood pressure or makes you worse as a human being, I don't know what is.
I know. And the few scenes where she has been smoking, it does seem like she chills out a little bit. But yeah,
But in
I
general, it stresses your body out more.
for sure, it can't be good for her. I think she needs to get off of that.
Totally. And then MJ, when they went to that club, when they went out, they were in Palm Springs, I think. They went to a club. Did you notice she had her dog with her the whole time? That was like
No.
crazy. When they came out and they were getting back in the van, she was holding her dog.
Oh my gosh.
Was the dog in the van? Where was the dog? I was so nervous. I'm like, you did not just take that little dog into a
Does
club.
she have a little chihuahua? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
She
I
was
hope she
holding
didn't
the
take the
dog.
chihuahua in the club. It's too loud.
That's what I'm saying. Any dog is too loud. I mean, what are you, nuts? All right, let's talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm obsessed with. So this is. Remember, I'm always telling you I love vanilla drama. Why can't they have more fun?
Mm-hmm.
That Hamptons trip was that. That's proving my
Mm-hmm.
point. They had fun. They got vulnerable. They had some good conversation. All fun and like, hello. That's what we need.
Yeah. I
That's what
loved
we
it.
need.
I love seeing it. And I love seeing a different setting too. Um, just, you know, when it comes to Rachel and seeing her family and then the girls having fun. And she was kind of like the peacemaker as well, bringing Dorit and Kyle back together, or at least
Yeah,
trying to, or just trying to have, you know, trying to have a good time with them and get to know them better. I thought it was
yeah.
great.
I do. I mean, I always say this. This waif skinny situation, it really makes me nervous watching them drink alcohol. I'm just waiting for them to pass out. I don't know how they tolerate it.
Right.
It's so crazy because Rachel makes Dorit look Dorit
Mm-hmm.
super thin, and she's half a Dorit size.
Right. I
It's
know.
and then with those tall platform heels, I don't
Oh
get
my
it. I don't know how that's
gosh.
healthy. That's just crazy.
I know. Rachel is so thin. I think she's always been a small girl, but like she is like very, very skinny. When you can see all the bones in
Yeah,
her back when she's wearing the backless dress.
I think her
Um,
hair weighs more than her.
exactly. Totally. It
Yeah.
is a little bit scary. And then when she woke up hungover the next morning, I'm like, yeah, no wonder. I mean,
No.
basically you were just on a liquid diet.
No, but I love how she's like being so vulnerable. And she's saying just enough so we get the gist of her divorce, but she's not saying too much. Like she's being it's just like the perfect amount of information that we need, you know?
Yeah.
The juice from her ex-husband and her parents. Her parents were so fun. I loved it. I loved the whole episode. It's interesting too that Kyle's not fun anymore because he doesn't drink. So
I
there's a
know.
slippery slope with this sober life.
Hmm.
Why can't she bring, you know, those drops that are adaptogens that people put in their drinks and it kind of gives you a clean buzz without the alcohol?
What do you
You need to
think?
do that.
What do you think the reason is that Kyle doesn't drink anymore? I mean, did she feel like she was an alcoholic? It doesn't seem like that.
I think so. Because her
Okay.
sister's an alcoholic. I kind of think it runs in her family. And I also
Yeah.
think it was keeping her from working out and stuff.
Okay.
Consistency with like the body weight management.
Yeah. Like,
Because you know, you
girl,
drink, then you don't work out or not enough. Or
yeah, I drink and work out, so
I know. I'm like, why can't you do both?
it's doable. It's doable. But I mean, I can understand cutting back. I just don't understand the whole like not drinking. Although it is better for anyone and everyone
It
to
is,
not
but it
drink.
does mess up your vibe. Like her vibe is gone.
It is. It's totally
It's gone.
gone.
Her sparkle's gone, and I'm not saying she needs to. She can have half a drink. You can have a little bit of something.
Right.
Just half a drink, and then it kind of loosens you up a little. I don't know.
It's like what Bethany says, 2 drink maximum, which is, you know, I think you get to a certain age and you're kind of like, okay,
Or
after a
do
couple
one drink.
drinks, or
Do
do
one
one
drink.
drink. But I know who knows what's really going on there. And I would never want somebody to drink just, you know, especially if they feel like they have a problem with it. I think for her to stop drinking the way she did, I think there was a problem there. And I think it was also in her marriage. It was probably something where she was
Too angry, like when she fought and stuff.
that, and I think it was a way of coping with all the Mauricio crap, because let's be honest, Mauricio's been pulling his shit for years. You know, it's been going on for a long time, and maybe that was her way of kind of like sweeping things under the rug. Okay, I'm going to drink tonight. We're going to have fun. And I think Mo's a big partier too. And I think for her to detach from him, she kind of had to be like, okay, I'm taking control of my life. So I kind of see it as like a control thing with her
Do you
right now.
think because she finally admitted she had that relationship with the girl,
Mm-hmm.
but do
Yeah.
you think she's still in love with? Everyone's saying she's still in love with
With
Mo.
Mo? I think so. I think she is. He
I don't think
seems.
she's in love with him. I think she's one of those people that can't let go of the past. And I think she wants to transport herself back to when the kids were little and they were good.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
I think that memory she can't let go of. That's what I think it is.
That could probably be very true, because I think that's what happens is when we separate from somebody, I think a lot of times we start thinking of all the good things and all the good times, and maybe that's what she's, you know, she's in love with that version of
Of her
them.
life. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, it's sad.
It's
It's
sad
really,
to
really
watch.
sad. It
Yeah.
is. And you see with him, he's complete. I think he loves her, but he's not in love with her and he
Oh,
hasn't been.
he is so, he's like, why the fuck are you crying? What did he say? He had no idea. It was like, it went over his head
Yeah.
about when she walked the house with Amanda's house, the old house, and how she couldn't take it. He had no idea why she was sad.
Yeah. And it goes back to the psychic where she's like, he'll never emotionally fulfill you. And I think that's true. I think he just emotionally, he just was never it
Well,
for
he
her.
used to. I think he used to. I think when they were good, they were good.
I think when the kids were little too, especially
Yeah.
because you're just more engaged at that point. You have a lot
Yeah.
more going on. And I think they just live two separate lives now. And I'm glad that they get along and that they, they don't have this, what Dorit and PK have going on. But it is still sad.
Mo defending PK at that dinner, I want to scream. I
Mm,
want to scream when he met with Dorit, and Dorit's
yeah,
like, he doesn't do, and he's like, I see the text messages. It's like, when you guys see each other, you're just looking through his text messages. Like, what? I didn't get it. First of all, he's telling you what you want to hear, and the proof is in the pudding. Like, how many times has he seen his kids in the last whatever? He's not
right.
around.
No, he's
It's
not.
driving me nuts.
I knew when she was going to go to that dinner that he was going to defend Mo. I mean, Mo was going to defend PK. We all know that it's kind of like bro code. I was like, why are you even entertaining this, Dorit? It doesn't make any sense. What we
Yeah,
really want to see is her and PK sit down and hash
yeah.
it out, which they did last season too, and that was kind of, that not a lot came from it, but
I mean, I don't know PK's relationship with his other children that he doesn't have with her, but if it's the
mhm,
same type of thing, I wish he would have been like, what's his relationship with his other kids? How often does he see them? Like,
right,
stop playing this card because we all know I'm the one in charge of everything here with no help. Like, I
right.
wish he would have stood up for herself because we all, I think it's pretty obvious
It
that
is.
she's taking on the brunt of everything.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, what about Amanda? She needs to go.
Yeah. Well, Amanda's bringing something to the season, right? Because if we didn't have Amanda, it would probably be a little bit boring because we love Rachel Zoe, but there's not a ton of drama there. I mean, there's a little bit with her husband. But yeah, Amanda is, I don't know if she fits in with the group. I don't know if she
She
fits
doesn't fit
in.
in. She's tone deaf. She has no self awareness. And it's
Yeah.
almost like she said she was in a cult, which I don't know if I even believe, but at the same time, she's still in a cult. I feel like her online courses is a cult. It
Right.
sounds like
She was raised in a cult and now she is, now she's a cult leader. So
she's a cult
she,
leader.
she
No,
left
she's
the
a cult
cult to
leader.
become a cult leader.
Even at her dinner, she invited everyone, and she was so upset that no one was partaking. She
I
wants to
know.
bring. That's like a cult behavior. You're trying to force something on us, other people.
That or she's just a con artist is what I think people are kind of trying to, you know, put out there is that they kind of feel like she's conning people or she's just trying to bullshit people to get money. Yeah, it's it's interesting. And they always kind of bring in a millennial, like they brought in Crystal, back in the day. And it
Yeah.
was to kind of see if they can mix it up a little bit. And I get that because they want to bring in someone kind of a little bit younger, new, and has younger kids and all that kind of stuff, just to kind of keep,
When
to change
Erica
it up.
when Erica said, "I can't believe I came to this dinner and my gift is like her fucking book." Like, I don't want this book. And then Amanda talking about when she was little, she had a Barbie house that overlooked the ocean, and now
Oh
look,
my
she's in
God.
a house that overlooks the ocean. Everyone's like, "You can't see the ocean from the house." What are you talking about? Anyways, that's a stupid comparison. It
I
doesn't make
was like,
sense.
seriously, when she's,
Like, are you
oh,
you think your Barbie house has something to do with anything?
yeah, she's a little out there, that one. She really, really is.
The
There's something, like you said, she's a little tone deaf. There's something a little off with her. She kind of has her heads in the cloud,
I'm just
her head in the
living for
clouds.
between Erica, Bose, and Dorit's comments. I'm obsessed. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
just so funny. Everything they comment back in the background is hilarious. Anyways, all right, Southern Charm. Oh, I wanted to talk about real quick the Sutton and the annulment going through. And did you know
Mm-hmm.
that her ex-husband is now dating her old friend?
Oh,
He's dating
that's,
her old friend, and they raised their sons together. Now
oh
he's
my
with her.
gosh. That happens all the time.
Asshole.
All the time. And then he, basically going through the church and saying that they were never married. I mean, that's a slap in the face. I
Because
do
you know
feel bad
what?
for
That just
Sutton.
shows me that the Catholic Church is bullshit because how dare
Mm-hmm.
you? How can you
Mm-hmm.
say a 20-year marriage is now annulled? I mean, who are you?
Right.
How
Right.
dare
I mean,
you?
if you're married for 3 months, you can get an annulment, you know? It's like, oops, I made a mistake. But no, 20 years and a couple kids and a whole like life built together? No. That's
No,
wrong.
immediately no.
I
And
do feel bad
also,
for Sutton. And she's always very dramatic, but in this case, I was like, and she's being a little better this season, so I'm like, okay, I feel for you.
you could tell she's devastated. Like she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now she's like, okay, I'll take my name back now. Now I'm done.
Right.
Um, and then when Rachel Zoe said, Amanda feels like the 80s Pan Am stewardesses, I felt that. She does. You know the Pan Am back in the day, the flight stewardesses?
Yes.
That's what Amanda's giving. Like
In
very
what way?
stoic.
Okay.
Because you know
Yeah, yeah.
they were kind of like the Stepford
I
wives.
was gonna say it's kind of like a Stepford wife. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
she does have that vibe.
Spot
Like,
on. Yes.
yes. Is she a robot? Like that's kind of what we get from her, you know?
It's like, you
The
know,
way she talks and yeah. Mm-hmm.
where's the chip? Where's the scanner?
Mm-hmm. She's a lit there's something there with Amanda. We can't write like put our finger on it, but something is a little off. Yep.
It's really, yes, it's off. Yes. Anyways, all right, Summer House. Justice for Craig. I'm not a Craig apologist, and I know he's annoying AF, but this hate he's getting this season is so ridiculous. And
Mm-hmm.
Vanita and Sally need to just, like Craig said, they need to fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. First of all, Sally wanted to date you. The minute he doesn't want to date you, all of a sudden he's all these things. You just wanted to date him a week ago. What's your problem? Now you're obsessed with talking shit about him. And then
Mm-hmm.
Vanita, like he said, you've never been friends. You talk shit on his relationship. You overstep. That's your fault. Get out of my face. I don't know.
Vanita, yeah, I don't understand the Vanita thing. I really don't. I kind of tune out too when she starts talking because I don't even listen to her half the time. I don't really understand what she's so upset about. And then she'll like show up to Craig's house or she'll thank Craig for all the things and she still wants to be part of the group, but she's like, I hate Craig. I hate Craig. And Sally wants to date everyone. So Craig was like, I didn't feel that special. I'm sorry, because she's moved on to the next like that.
He
And she
wasn't
was
into
already
her.
no, he
He
wasn't
gave
into her because he
he was
knows
into
how
her.
she is. He
He gave her the
knows.
courtesy. He didn't even sleep with her. That was nice of him.
Mm-mm.
Imagine if he would have slept with her and she would have really caught feelings and then said, "I'm not into it." So he was a gentleman about it. He did nothing wrong. He just hung out with her a few times. He didn't lead her on. He made it clear. And then it's like now all of a sudden he's evil. It makes no sense. Vanita, it doesn't even give Craig the benefit that he's being cordial as far as being around her. He's not talking shit about her. He's not treating her like shit. She doesn't matter to him. And he even saved her from drowning in the pool. So
He did. That was so funny.
like,
At first, I was like, "Oh, who jumped in there?" I thought it was somebody else, and I was like, "That was Craig." I'm like, "How can you be mad at Craig when he fucking saved your ass?"
yeah,
Like,
saved you, and he doesn't even like you, and he saved you.
he's like, "You're not dying today. Not dying at my house today, Benita."
He's like, he values your life, so like, shut
Right.
up. And she's just she so wants to get into it with him, and he won't give her the time of day. He's just like, fuck off. I don't even know who you are. It's and she can't take it. She's just like, oh, she can't get into it with him because he doesn't care enough,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
that's killing her. She's just a brat. Benita drives me crazy. Do you think that Paige is watching the show?
I don't know. I don't know. I kind of wish they would get back
She has
together,
to
those two.
secretly. She has to
Yeah.
secretly be watching the show. Who's not going to
Mm-hmm.
watch their ex? Come on.
I know. And he looks good. Like he was working out
Well, you know
on the
she's with
last
that guy,
episode.
the guy
Oh,
that she
she is?
denied. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
she already said on her podcast. I've never dated an Italian before. It's so weird till now. Like she's so with that guy,
Okay. Well, good for her, you
but
know?
she's keeping it secret. Like she doesn't want to be seen in public. I don't know
Yeah.
how she's pulling that off. Do they not go to dinner?
Maybe, yeah, maybe because her relationship with Craig was so public and they played it out on both shows, she just wants to have something more private at this
That's
point.
what she
And,
said. She said, "I'm never sharing
mm-hmm,
your boyfriend again. I don't want to whatever." But at the same
yeah,
time, it's like, okay, well, whatever. So I think she does watch the show, just even if it's hate watching,
of
you have
course.
to. And then Craig tells Austin, which I thought was hilarious, because Austin tells Craig, I hate you. What a dick.
Mm-hmm,
And I do think Craig is right. I think Austin's unhappy with his own successful side of his life, and then he can't keep it right with his relationships. And I do think he takes it out on Craig, because Craig has made a business for himself and whatever. And so Craig tells Austin, "You only live once," when he's like pushing him to sleep with Sally. And I think he's doing that so he can get Sally off his back.
Yeah. Yep.
He's doing that to get Sally off his back. And Austin's so stupid. He took the bait.
He took the bait. But Sally will hook up with anyone. Like, that's just who she is. Like, she is
Sally
that person. And that's
is
why Craig did not want to
embarrassing.
get with her. He knew better. I think he was kind of entertaining it for a minute there, but the fact that he never made a move on her and she was spending all these weekends at his house, she should have understood that. But I get it. I think he was stringing her along a little bit, but he just knows. He's like, I can't be with a girl like this. She's into everyone, you know?
I don't even think that's what it is. I just think she's like kind of annoying.
She's
Like she's
annoying
so
too,
aggressive.
for sure.
So aggressive, like with
That's what it is.
pursuit.
It's the aggression. I don't think men like that a lot of time.
No.
At least not Craig. Craig doesn't like
The
that,
more
you
you
know?
act like you don't like the guys, the better you're off.
Exactly. Like Charlie, she's really sweet and down to earth, but she's not aggressive. She's not acting desperate. She's not throwing herself at Craig. And that's what guys don't, that's what they respond to. They don't want somebody like Sally. And then on top of that, they're kind of thinking, okay, Sally will hook up with anyone. Like if it's not me, it's the next guy right
Did
next
you
to me.
see Sally's before when she started?
Yes.
I mean, what has she done? She's like crazy different.
I was
Um,
just looking at that the other day and I'm like, she seems extremely thin to me this season, which she looks good. I'm not saying anything
no,
bad
she looks
about her weight.
unhealthy. All these people are on their way to osteoporosis. Just
Yeah, I mean, and then I was thinking, because I don't always pick up on that, sometimes I kind of notice it and sometimes I don't. And then I saw some befores of her, like before she was even on the show. And I'm like, oh my God, like she looks so different. Like it
so
seems like
different.
she's had everything done to the face. And then she's just extremely thin this season, which I get it. You start, you probably see yourself on camera and it's like, oh, I got to lose the weight or I got to do this.
Everyone sees themselves on camera, and then they want to tweak everything from head to
Yeah,
toe. The problem with that is it becomes an obsession, and it kind of
of
changes your
course.
personality.
Of course. Of course. And it probably creates unhealthy things in your life and habits. And I don't even, if I were on a show, I would be the same way. So I don't fault anyone for being like that. But this is why I would never be on a reality show. I just wouldn't. I
Yep.
don't want to see myself on TV. I know it would
No.
be extremely unhealthy for me. And I would be going and getting plastic
I mean,
surgery
we freak out if we have a bad photo. You're like, oh my God, burn it. How do we
mm-hmm.
get rid of it forever? Like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I think you have to have a really strong personality
Or
to
be
be on the,
19. When I was 20, 25, I looked
yeah,
great no matter what I did to myself.
yeah, or be really young. I
Yeah.
think you have to have a tough skin. You have to have a strong personality. You have to have a
You have to
lot of
turn off the comments
self-esteem.
and never read
Hmm.
social media.
Yeah. You have to
Wait.
be very sure of yourself to be on these shows. And I don't think anyone really is. I think we all struggle with
Yeah.
self-esteem and how we look and stuff. So you see it a lot with a lot with women where it's like, okay, I got to get a nose job. I need to do the extensions. I need to wear more
Yeah.
makeup. I need to, up my game with my outfits and then go on the Ozempic and make sure, all this stuff. And
Yeah.
I
But
don't even blame them.
Molly, I love her. She's being herself. She's the only one not stressed about being wafer thin.
Hmm.
And she's creative. She did the open mic. I just like her.
Yeah.
I like Molly. She
I
has a
love
good
her.
hang. Yeah.
You know what it is about Molly? She's an interesting person, right?
Exactly.
Like there's so much to her,
Yes.
that there's just a lot of layers. Like you just keep peeling it back and you're like, oh my
She's not
God.
hyper focused on men.
Right, right.
Love
And
it.
she's funny. She's funny. I really like that about
She's
her.
funny, but also the only thing about her that drives me insane, I cannot look inside her house. She's like such a hoarder and so
That's bad.
disorganized. I can't take
Yeah.
it.
She needs to hire somebody to help her organize. Some people just lack in that department and she needs help.
Wait, so did you see Vanita went on a date with Carl just once and nothing came of it?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Remember, we saw the rumors, but it
Yeah.
was just one day because I think they said it on Watch What Happens Live. Carl said it, and
Yeah.
he's like, "Yeah, it didn't really go anywhere."
No.
Um, and then Craig is not with that girl, obviously. Today, Charlie, I don't think they didn't really have chemistry, even though Charlie's cool and everything. I think she let Sally kind of. I think Craig got annoyed that he's like, "Just be yourself. Like, why are you letting this girl dictate your life?" And I think it just kind of fizzled. I don't
Hmm.
think they're obviously
Did
not
you
together.
notice this last episode? Because if I was into Craig and I was Charlie, I would have been next to Craig every second. I would have been on the
Right?
ATV thing with him. I would have been in the
Yes.
bus, even when they're on the bus riding anywhere, Charlie's way over here and he's way over here. And I'm like, are
What
you
are you
guys
doing?
into each other? Like, I would be sitting next to him, cuddling,
And then
trying to kiss
Sally's
him any
freaking out.
chance.
Sally's like, they kiss? It's like, what do you think they're dating, you moron?
I know. Well, in Sally's defense, Charlie's always acting like it's not a big deal, and she's never around Craig when they're together.
Right.
So she wasn't, I kind of blame Charlie in the sense where I'm like, you should have just been more upfront about it. She's already moving on with Austin. And honestly, Sally is just, she moves on fast. It's fine. She got rejected. Now she's on to the next. She
She's
doesn't
like a
care.
squirrel with the
She's
next
like a
guy.
squirrel. Exactly.
Can
She's
we
on to
talk
the
about
next.
Austin? To me, in my opinion, what a douchebag. He not only tells Craig that would be so messed up if I hooked up with Sally after my ex-girlfriend kind of had a problem with the behavior, and he's right. And then you had some glimpse that Austin has half a brain, and then he goes and kisses her. You're a dick, and we both know they probably slept together. And out of all the people to hook up with, you don't do that because you were in a long-term relationship and like that's the worst thing someone can do. When you have fear or jealousy of someone and then you break up and they end up with that person, that's like the worst betrayal and he's not going to end up with Sally. So it's even worse. Like you did it, you hurt me and embarrassed me and you're not like for nothing because you're not going to be
Yeah.
together long
Yeah.
term. So that pissed me off. Oh,
Yeah. I know.
Austin is on my shit list.
I know. He's kind of a shitty guy.
He's kind of a shitty
Really.
guy, and it pisses me off because he's so cute. He has
I
so
know.
much potential.
Exactly. It's the potential. And he seems like he has a nice side to him. And I just wish he would tap into that more and stop fighting with Craig about everything. Everything's not Craig's fault, right?
Right.
Let's
And then
stop.
he goes on the campground, and Whitner's campground was amazing. His parents' place. Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh, that was awesome.
Gorgeous. You know that Jimmy Buffett is his uncle?
Oh my
Didn't
gosh.
he said that? Some sort of he's related to Jimmy
There's
Buffett. He
some
said it.
relation there. I remember that.
Yeah, and then Austin's looking in the mirror and he had a pimple and he was freaking out. He's like, out of all days.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah. I was like, yep, that's what happens.
I love seeing guys dress over what girls dress over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, and then the game when Whitner put everyone's saying what's wrong with Whitner. Like he has a money, he has from family, he's a lawyer, he's nice. Why is he not with someone?
Yeah. Yep.
I
That's
mean,
interesting.
well, maybe because guys are picky too. Sometimes they want to be with someone, not just to be with
I
someone.
think it's like a theme out there. I think all the guys are like mid 30s or, early 40s and they just, for whatever reason, and they all have money. They're doing well for themselves. But what is lacking? They don't have the wife and the kids. Something's off there. Like, I don't know what it is. They just don't. They have commitment problems, it seems like.
Commitment, or they're just not finding the right type of person. I mean, a lot of people don't find it's not that easy to find your person.
That's true. It doesn't always happen for people.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Anyways, what we learned from Whitner is a new game you could play with your family. You could put a question under their
I
plate
liked that
at
game.
dinner.
Yeah.
You gonna do that?
We play a similar game in my family, but it's with these cards. But I kind of like how they played that game. It's similar to that game. We do it at like
Yeah,
Christmas and
love
Thanksgiving and
it.
stuff. Hmm.
Madison's my girl. She's always in the corner of the table talking shit and making fun of everyone. I love
Oh
her.
yeah, I love her. She really is great. And
It's such a good time.
she had her baby girl that was so cute, and she had her early, which I think she needed to because she was huge. I mean, poor thing. I feel for her because being pregnant sucks.
Yeah. All right. Last one, Summer House. Obviously, Amanda and Kyle are separated today. I have to say, Kyle's a nightmare, but like I think we mentioned this last time. He's a nightmare because Amanda also, I think, is a nightmare.
Hmm.
And I think Amanda didn't put a stop to certain things. And she's also a shell of a person. I'm sorry. She is Rachel Zoe skinny.
Yeah.
She obviously has no energy. She smokes weed every day and
Yeah.
she's on Lazapro. Whatever. Who cares about her medical stuff? But it does seem she's muted.
Yeah. We've
So
seen
that's
her
hard to
light
be with.
dim in the last few years. We've
But
seen it.
everyone's blaming Kyle, and I get it, Kyle. But at the same time, I do think she's also to blame.
I agree. I don't think nothing is 100% one person's fault in a relationship, right? It never is. It's always
Right.
a combination of things, and it's always two people that, are not working out a relationship. And if Amanda was so unhappy, which she has been clearly, she should have left years ago. She should have left years ago. And also when she married Kyle, there was already infidelity. There was already her knowing who he was. She knew who he was. He's a very extroverted, person. He parties a lot. So you go into this marriage thinking he's going to change for me. We're going to move to the suburb. We're going to have kids, all this stuff. No, she knew what she was getting into. And then it
Well,
turned into her being depressed.
but I do think anyone getting married expects the person to grow up and do their part. So I don't blame her totally for that part, but I do blame her for when he wasn't doing it. She didn't put her foot down hard enough to kind of say, "Do you want to be in this marriage or not? Because this is not going to fly." But
That could
also,
be true.
she kind of gave up because I'm sorry, being with somebody that is always medicated and kind of tuned out, that's impossible as well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel. I don't know.
Yeah. But I also think she participated in a lot of things as well. And so what she did is she kind of became just like him in her own way, with her own version of it, if that makes sense. And so you're right. I don't think she put her foot down enough, or I don't think it was a joint effort. Like, okay, we're going to do things together now. We're going to party less. We're going to do this and that. So you're right. She can put everything on Kyle. But there's a lot of accountability that she has to take in the relationship.
And then the
And
financial part of Loverboy, Kyle's like, I have to DJ because I'm getting paid because I had to put $5 million. Why don't you
mm-hmm,
just close the company? Like, what are you doing?
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why does he hold on to it?
it's very, yeah, having a company is very stressful. And I think with them too, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. There's something I was going to say.
Yeah, I feel like they could have worked it out.
Mm-hmm.
I do think this is like summer house vibes, and like during the year, it's not as hectic for Kyle.
Right.
Um, but I do think he's checked out because he's so stressed over not being able to let this company go that he worked so hard to start, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not going the way he thought. So it is a lot of pressure when this is his company. He's like having to make the decision to go close it or not, or fund it. And now he's making money DJing to help the dream. And that's a lot of pressure in itself.
Right.
So it's like a perfect storm type of thing.
No, it is. It is. And I wish I saw them breaking up years ago. I was like, this is not going to work between them. You could just see it. And
They
you
might
know,
get
it's
back together, right? You never know.
I don't really know. I don't think so. But you know what's interesting? I started watching Summer House from the beginning because I really didn't watch the first few seasons. Like, I didn't see all the episodes. And the beginning of that relationship was, and I might have mentioned this last time, but the beginning of that relationship was, rocky. I mean, it was like, we're not together, we are together. I thought Amanda was a cast member, but she was the ex-girlfriend of Kyle that he kept bringing to the house and hooking up with her, while hooking up with other girls. So like there was just always,
Yeah.
it's always been kind of on, not solid ground, the foundation of them. And it's always been like
Right.
this. And I know what I was going to say. Watching those two communicate is
It's awful.
painful. It's
Yes.
painful for me. I'm like,
Yes.
what I realized really with them is they don't communicate well. And so what happens is everything gets swept under the rug. This is why Amanda smokes all the time, because she cannot communicate with him and vice versa. They have no communication skills, and you cannot
Yeah.
fix anything if you can't talk about stuff, if
No,
you
that's a
can't get
deal
your point
breaker.
across.
That's a deal
Hmm.
breaker. If a guy's not emotionally stable enough to actually have constant conversations, because without that, forget it. You could tell they go weeks without talking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad. It's
Totally.
really sad to watch. And you're right. Honestly, if they could probably work on their communication, they might be able to get back together.
Well,
But
he needs to go to
they need,
AA. I don't know why everyone just is glossing over the fact that he just drinks too much. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
He just drinks too much. It's crazy.
it is.
Did you see when Austin went on Watch What Happens Live and said marry, fuck, kill, and he said he'd marry Paige? I thought that was crazy.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Crazy.
Yeah, well, Paige is marriage material, right? I mean, that's why Craig was with her.
So
And that's
Austin
the
has the
kind of,
hots for Paige, I think.
oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I do think that. And then so now Sierra is all chill, Miss Fun Time, right? She's all of a sudden she's a fun time.
Well, we've been talking about this for a while now. It's
She's on
like she,
Lexapro.
oh, okay.
She went on a Watch What Happens Live with Amanda, and they said they're both on Lexapro. And I'm like, oh, that's why you're acting like you're so
Okay.
easy
That
going.
makes a lot of sense. Finally. I mean, if that's what it takes, girl, then by all means, great. Because She was a nightmare the last couple seasons. She was
The
so.
triangle though that she has, well, fake, looming triangle with
Mm-hmm.
freaking West and what's his name, Jesse?
Yeah,
It's
Jesse.
weird.
Wes and Jesse.
It's
Yeah.
weird.
I know. That is what I'm looking forward to this season. I'm like, okay, I cannot wait to see this because I think her and Wes are going to reconnect.
They
But
better not.
I don't think she should at all. But I can already see it because she was so hurt by him. I can
Yeah,
just tell.
no, and Wes is not even that into her.
I know.
He's still
I
not
don't
that
get
into
it.
her, so don't even bother. I think they're just friends. I think they were at a game not the other day, like a
Mm.
football game or something.
They were at
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl together, and people were
Yeah,
posting about them. And I don't think they're together. I think they're
I
just
don't think
friends
so.
too. No.
Yeah. Um. Whatever. Who knows? But maybe now that she's has a different POV and she's on medication, she won't freak out like she did before. The two new girls I think are fun. Obviously no one's into them. They're not going to hook up with anyone in the house,
Mm-mm.
which is weird, right?
Yeah.
That
I
usually
like the
happens.
blonde. I think she's interesting, and
Yeah.
I think, what she does for a living, which is, I think she has some kind of like little show that she does. I don't know. I like her. I would
Yeah.
like to see more of her. The other one I'm not too sure about.
Yeah, I like them both. They're cool. They're just not hooking up with anyone. That hot guy from London, whatever he is, everyone's obsessed with him. Did you see Lindsay was all over him?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if Lindsay's going to hook up with him.
She probably did.
Mm-hmm.
Lindsay is like she said, a professional flirting
Oh,
machine.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, there's some people. I don't know if I have it, but I do know that I'm very social. And so, for instance, I went out last night to the bar. We went to see that movie, and then we went to this bar in Coral Gables, and it's like a little dive bar that's been there since the beginning of time, and it's DJ music, and we're just there's a mix of like young kids, middle age, older, and I'm standing there. I'm like, yeah. I'm like telling myself, I need, I like men to buy me drinks. Like, I hate buying my own drinks. It bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's so funny because I'm so old, and I'm like, oh.
No,
So
you're
I'm there
not.
with Brianna. I scored us free drinks.
Oh,
I just look at a guy a certain way. He's like, hey. I'm like, oh. And he's like, what are you drinking? I'm like, she's drinking this. I'm drinking this. And he's just like,
you still got it,
I
Lisa.
still
I am
got. I
not, and
told
you are not
Brianna.
old. Don't say that.
I told Brianna, look, I still got something.
Yeah, you're like, look, your mom still has it. Okay.
But can I just tell you, I feel the need to almost vomit out. That's my child. Like, guys talk to us like we're just hanging out like friends. Obviously, I don't look like her friend, but maybe like an aunt or a really older sister. I don't know. Right? So I feel the need. And she's like, why do you have to tell everyone? I'm like, because I feel like I don't want them to act inappropriate. They need to know I'm your mom.
Oh, that is funny. You're like,
Isn't it?
don't fuck with my daughter.
I
Don't
don't know
mess
how
with
to
her.
act. No, because then they'll start talking to me a certain way. I'm like, don't like get too crazy with me in front of my kid. What? This one guy's like, "You're so lucky. I can't believe that's your mom." It's like, "Oh my God, this is so funny.
Oh, that is funny.
I have to wear it on my forehead." It's weird. Because then they'll start flirting with us. Like one guy talking to her, one guy talking to me. I'm like, this is
Mm-hmm.
weird. This is weird.
I love
So
it.
I know.
You guys are a great duo.
It was so fun. Okay, well, this has been great. I think we recapped everything. Any
Mm-hmm.
final thoughts?
Um, no, not really. Just I think I'm looking forward to Summer House, the episodes that are coming up, and I'm a little bit bored with Southern Charm right now. I
Okay.
am. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that. I'm not like soup, but I'm glad. Last night I watched the last episode and I thought I was caught up, but I wasn't. And I was like, oh, I'm glad I watched this. And I think Craig's kind of carrying the season right now,
Yeah.
and Sally because she's like a hot mess. But I don't know. It's not my favorite, but still love the show. Still will watch it. Looking forward to Summer House.
Yeah, and I read Teresa Giudice's book, Turning Tables, and my next book is Shep's book. I'm going to read Shep's book. So
Oh.
everyone
Oh,
says it's super clever, and
and what about Rinna's book? Are you going to read that one?
well, eventually I'm
Yeah.
gonna read. I'm going down the list.
Good.
So Shep is my next target.
That'll be interesting. I'll
I
love to
want
hear about
Shep
it.
to find love. I want him to find a
Mm,
girl. I think Shep. I think he can't get it out of his own way, but I think he wants out.
I think so too.
His personality fucks it up, but I think he'll do really well.
He will. He'll get there someday. He's just still maturing.
Yeah. So until next time, guys, enjoy your reality.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.